the elephant in the room here is the God Bless the USA Bible, right? I mean, it's coming out and it's controversial. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I've thought about pre-ordering one just for the content.
I think the thing I'm most excited about, there's several that I'm excited about that are coming, but I'm a big ESV guy. And so I was, Crossway has taken so many shots by going to China that they're moving their heirlooms back to the Netherlands.
So I think what we want to do, though, is talk also about Bibles we're excited about or projects we're excited about that we're hearing about from different publishers. And, it's interesting the things they're coming out with. I'll say as a segue, maybe all of us are going to be reviewing a Bible real soon that's unique that Nelson is putting out. And it's a flip book type Bible, which is not a picture. It's not a picture flip book. Don't think that. It's just a Bible that's a New Testament that you open up from the top, so it's vertical, I guess is how you would put it. And it's supposed to read more like a full-size Bible, even though it's very compact. So are you guys excited? What are your initial reactions to the flip book New Testament?
I'm excited. Yeah, it looks really unique, and I have loved everything. It's from Thomas Nelson, right? I've loved almost everything Thomas Nelson has done this year. I just think their Bibles have, for the most part, just been big wins. And so when I saw the email come through that they were releasing this flipbook thing, I was like, that I would have never imagined that that's what was going to be released this year. But then they sent some promo images where it's like a person holding it in one hand, and I was like, this might be a little gimmicky, but I'm excited to check it out. See how it works,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in it. I like that Bible publishers are thinking outside the box and trying different things. One thing I said in a recent review was, I love how Thomas Nelson seems to really be experimenting with their decoration on the spine of Bibles. Nobody else is really doing that, but I kind of like it. I kind of like the ornamental designs and the extra gilt and different things like that.
Yeah.
And so, I am a personal like my preference for Bibles is a bigger font. And so, flipping it up like one of those like journalist notebooks or whatever gives a bigger font. I'm interested to check it out. I could be for that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So I think it just shows you that there are some new things down the pike, and some of the things are kind of like, oh, we're going to see what it's like. I think that Bible that'll be interesting. But then there's other Bibles that I think I'm pretty confident I know I'm going to like it. So I'll throw the first one out there that I only heard about recently. It's Cambridge's Diadem, and Cambridge is so interesting because I feel like they don't, I don't know. It's almost like I know they've promoted a little bit, but I feel like they haven't really, and maybe they just don't realize the demand. I guess I don't know. I think they know that there's a demand for a mid-size Bible, bigger than a Pit Minion, but smaller than some of their larger Bibles, their large print Bibles. So I'm really excited about the Diadem because it's supposed to be like a Pit Minion, but 20% bigger. That's right. And I assume it's going to have maybe even the same pagination. I don't know if it'll be exactly the same, but I love the look of the Pit Minion. I do wish the print was a little bigger. So I'm really excited about that. And do you have any inside information on the Diadem, Tim?
It's funny as you mentioned that, because when the NKJV Topaz came out, I think it was February, they did a little video chat to celebrate it coming out. Randy from Bible Buying Guide and I were on that call, and we were able to ask questions, and they just casually mentioned that they were going to be expanding the Pit Minion and making a bigger Bible. And we kind of were like, on the video call, we were like, and in my head, I thought, are they going to put this on the video call on Facebook? Because this is big. And they put it on there, and it was like one of those 45-minute long Facebook chats. And so I don't think a lot of people saw that. And so a few people mentioned it, but then over the last few months, I've seen a handful of Facebook posts here and there where people are like, wait, is Cambridge putting out a new version of the Pittman? And everybody's like, yeah, they talked about it a few months ago. So it seems like they haven't done a big official announcement, but yeah, it sounds like it's going to be something between, because the Pitt Minion and the wide margin are the same pagination, the same layout. So it's supposed to be something kind of between those two, which, yeah, I think that's really cool.
Well, if you get more information, because I know you have the inside scoop from Cambridge, right? I mean, you're like a go-to person for them, aren't you?
I think I just, I went there last fall when I was living in England, and I visited with them, and I got to kind of take a tour. And so I've built, some camaraderie with them through that. So definitely I feel like I do love, and I love Cambridge Bibles. So it's really fun for me to have that connection for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. How about you, Cam? Do you have any inside scoop or inside information about any Bibles? What are you excited about?
I think the thing I'm most excited about, there's several that I'm excited about that are coming, but I'm a big ESV guy. And so I was, Crossway has taken so many shots by going to China, but they're moving their heirlooms back to the Netherlands. So that's probably what I'm most excited about. Those were supposed to release in September, and they've been pushed back to November because of everything's delayed with the COVID stuff. But they're using some Horween leather, which I'm pretty excited to check out because I'm a boot guy. Like, I like the dressier boots, and a lot of those will use the Horween leather. And so it's like two worlds colliding. But I'm really excited that they're making that move back, because I think that's the right move for them. And I think it'll see a step up in quality. And also it sounds like they're going to try some different leathers and stuff. So I'm excited to see what comes out of there.
That's cool. It's funny you said that the ESV being printed, and that's the Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
That you said, because I had written one down, the ESV Omega. I'm excited about, because evangelicalbible.com is going to have some Omega editions that are, I believe, printed in the Netherlands, and I'm really happy about that. It's interesting, and that would be a whole controversy that we won't get into, but it is interesting that Crossway went to China at the time they did. I feel like it was maybe kind of bad timing, because China is just not a popular topic right now. And for the past few years, really. And so it was interesting. I feel like other publishers were already there maybe, and had established a good rapport and system, and did a good job even with their China printed Bibles. Crossway had more difficulty for whatever reason. But I'm glad, personally, for a lot of reasons, especially quality. We know that Netherlands quality is just, top notch. So I'm really excited about that. Any other? Oh, you mentioned an ESV, Tim, that is like maybe going to come. It's been talked about, but
which one?
It's Allan, I believe. Allan ESV.
Yeah. So Allan is working on an ESV verse by verse single column reference Bible. And as I think Cam said, they've been working on it. People have always said they're waiting on this Bible to come. They're waiting on this Bible to come. There's a version of it out there, I think an older version, but it's an updated version that sounds like, I think someone said they asked them that it's going to be printed and bound by Royal Youngblood in the Netherlands. So like best of the best in terms of Allan's premium quality and materials. And I think one of their flagship, other than the long primer, one of their flagship Bibles is the New American Standard Reader, and that's one of those Bibles that's printed and bound all at Royal Youngblood in the Netherlands, and they're fantastic Bibles. So it's going to be that quality plus the ESV text block that everybody, so many people love the ESV right now. It's one of the most popular Bible translations. I think people are going to be stoked about it.
Yeah. So we've talked a lot here about the ESV. We're excited about some different editions. Even the diadem is going to come out first in the ESV. Yeah. And then they'll have other translations to follow. But there's another translation people are excited about, and it's interesting because it's well, really a couple of ones that I can think of, but evangelicalbible.com has a couple of translations related to the ESV that are coming out. And I don't know if you can guess what I'm talking about. One of them, though, is going to have the Apocrypha, maybe both of them. I'm not sure if they both will. But do you know what I'm referring to, Tim?
You're talking about the RSV Quentel.
Okay, that's one of them. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought, that the RSV was going to be one. And then the NRSV, if I'm not mistaken, oh, you know what? I might be confused. The NRSV, are they coming out with that?
I think they have plans to do it, but they're going to wait because I think they're waiting for the NRSV update. But the RSV Quentel, they've already done pre-orders for it. It should be here in the next couple months. Yeah.
Yes, I was confused. It's the RSV, so it's not the NRSV. It's the RSV, which I think is interesting because people often want like if they're buying the ESV, they always want like the most recent ESV. Yeah. But now we're going to be like going back several, updates back to the RSV, which the ESV was based off of, and people are so excited, Yeah. But I think that is an interesting one, because it is originally 1950s translation that I think was updated in the early 70s, and it's going to be, the Protestant canon along with the Apocrypha. So yes,
I pre-ordered one. I'm excited about it.
Yep. Oh man. So some interesting Bibles. Did we miss any? Did we say everything we're excited about?
I'm actually excited about an NIV that's coming out, which I never thought I would say, but it's actually a study Bible. It's the Grace and Truth Study Bible that's coming out from Thomas Nelson or Zondervan, rather. Sorry, but the editor is Albert Mohler, and I graduated from Southern Seminary, and so having a study Bible with some of his thoughts and whatnot, I'm pretty excited about that one. They're also releasing it in a premiere collection in a blue goat skin, which I think is going to be really cool, and so I'm excited to check that out, and that's one that's kind of on my radar that's coming up soon.
Yeah. I think I heard something about that.
The elephant in the room here is the God Bless the USA Bible, right? I mean, it's coming out and it's controversial. So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I've thought about pre-ordering one just for the content, just for the content.
You would definitely, that's a great way to get traffic on your channel.
Definitely. That's a great idea, Tim.
Again, that might have to be under your fake account, but you could do it.
I don't know if my wife would stay in the house for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could throw the box, and the Bible maybe.
I love it when you throw boxes, Tim. That is the funniest thing. You're just throwing boxes everywhere. I think you should do a video where you just have boxes piled up and you just start throwing boxes, Bible throwing bonanza. Bible box throwing bonanza. Don't throw the Bibles.
Bonanza. You get a Bible box. You get a Bible box. I'll be the Oprah of Bible boxes. Man, oh man.
I'll tell you. Yes, that would be interesting. Well, guys, there's so much that is fun to talk about with you. It really is a joy. Both of you are just such a pleasure to talk to. So thank you for taking the time to do this. I'm sure people watching found it interesting and probably learned about some of our opinions about things that maybe they didn't know before, as well as some things that are going on with us personally that they didn't know before. If you have any follow-up questions or comments about what we've talked about, we love to see those in the comment section. So feel free to put those in. And I will leave links, again, like I said, to information about Tim Wildsmith and Cam Hyde, their websites, their reviews, their Instagram, real and fake, and so that you can catch up with them on social media. But thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to do this.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks for having me.
Good to hang with you guys.